Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. We're fixing the turd. We're going racing. Roll the intro. Fuel cell. I got in the room. Boom! Just you did. Welcome back to the shop. This is our car, the Flying Turd, a 1975 Dodge Dart that I got from my recently passed uncle for free, and we have built this thing to somewhat subpar standards and thrashed it a couple times now, and now we're going to see if we can't actually do it again, but this time complete an event. We have yet to be able to do that. Out of like the 4 or 5 that I have tended, the 2 on camera and then the 1 off camera and then the one that I tried to make again with a different car that it broke on the way there. I have a lovely track record. So let's review a little bit. I got the car for free. I brought it back. I ended up just getting it running, and getting it running was a whole debacle with the cylinder heads and the engine rebuild and then the brakes, and there's a lot that was done to this thing, and it's still not up to par, clearly, because, well, last event, things were going well, and then my brakes started locking up. Specifically, the left front started locking up. You can actually hear it in this clip as it goes by. You hear the tires squeaking because it's just dragging the ground. Yeah, that don't go well when you're trying to go fast. So, let's see, today is Tuesday. I have to be at work Wednesday, or I have to be at work Friday, so I can race Saturday and work again on Sunday. That gives me just a couple hours today, Wednesday and Thursday, to fix everything with the car, put it on the trailer, and get to the track, and see if we can't actually make something happen. I have full confidence that there won't be a single darn thing wrong with anything else on this car outside of the parts that I have already bought. Let's review everything that went bad last event, and we're actually going to take a good look at what we're going to need to do to fix it, and then we're going to fix it, and we're going to see if it holds up. First things first, brakes. I'm pretty sure it's not in the master cylinder, because if it was the master cylinder holding this up, the back brakes would be holding, the right front would be holding. None of that's going on, but the left front rotor is a little blue now because of the heat that it built up. These rotors and pads from R1 Concepts that I got off Rock Auto, they are fantastic. I absolutely love these things. I did not expect for things I could get on the Stone site to be half decent, you know, to put up to that level of abuse, and yet these are here and they did the job. And after all of that, we took it out yesterday for 10 minutes just up the road and back. It's still locking up, but the rotor also wasn't warped. So given that I blued the rotor and it's not warped, that's pretty darn good in my book. Outside of that, a couple other things need some repairs. Let's go ahead and look at them, and I'm going to get some parts out. These are all the parts I had to buy. Ain't too bad given what the car is. One of the things is the guy working start stand. I went for my first run, had a blast before the brakes started locking up. And before I went for the second run, he's sitting there looking at me going, I said, what's wrong? He goes, running a little bit of camber now, are we? Yeah, I knew from taking the corners and not being nice to it when it did its good couple runs. Yeah, the bushings were shot. I could feel the alignment changing. You get it deep into a corner. You couldn't hear it on camera, but I could hear. You hear clunk, and then suddenly the car would lean and grip different, which created a little bit of a problem and made for some inconsistent stuff. So I found parts that fall on the ground. I found these also off Rock Auto. I'm working on getting affiliate links. If you have an affiliate link for a company and or product you think I could use, please get a hold of me. I would like some sponsorship so I can keep doing these videos. Budget's a little tight. So I got these polyurethane bushings. These should just press in, and then I'll actually be able to have a much stiffer front suspension that'll actually hold up to some of the level of abuse that I am known to put things through. They will make the ride quality not as great, but nope, it's in pieces. But whatever, no big deal. It's a boat that I've turned into a track car, so I'm not expecting it to be as firm as an actual race car. Next, I got two of these brake calipers. Dun 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 dun! Stoppy boys. These will help actually make sure we stop and they won't lock up and stay locked up. I did take these out ahead of time. I cleaned them and I painted them with a brake caliper grease, with a brake caliper paint. I did that just so when they've been on there for a little bit and it gets some water on them, they don't turn rust brown, and because that's just, I know it's a turd, but I think the ultimate goal is to have everything underneath really not immaculate, but solid and good stuff. And then the exterior and the wheel package and everything else can look like garbage. We'll see. It all depends on budget and how long I'm able to do this. The last part I had to buy, well, technically I had to buy something else too. I'll go get that. I'll go get that other thing. Aha! Thick old 1-inch tubing. I bought this to help reinforce something on the car. We're going to take a good look at that in a second, but I bought that. It was much longer then. Bought it a little while ago from a local steel yard. This last little thing that I needed here, set in the box. Oh, stones. That does me a lot of good. I was having an issue that wasn't really as big of a problem on track, but getting to the track, yeah, it was an apparent problem. And that was every time I hit a bump, anytime I did anything other than drive straight and not hit a pothole or a spot where the road dipped, the mufflers would drag the ground. Because, you know, they're about that tall and they're sitting under the floorboards of the car, and I put the side pipes on her to fix my carbon monoxide issue instead of just putting the exhaust system back out the back like a sane human being. I had to put the side pipes on it. I was going to do it regardless. I just had the excuse now. And the mufflers are now center, about right under the seats, and they just bottom out on everything. Everything. So, from the Yellow J site, sold to me on Amazon, I went and I bought a good old set. Yes! Cherry Bomb bullet mufflers. These aren't cherry bombs, but they're bullet mufflers painted red. Close enough for me. They actually were on sale, believe it or not. I think I only paid 15 bucks a piece for these. I call that a win with free shipping. Heck yeah, maybe one day we'll be able to get an affiliate code with Amazon. I did take a little bit of consideration when I bought these. They'd have longer ones, I would have bought them, but I didn't have time to sit there for 3 hours and read everything. I had to get parts here now. I did buy 2-inchers. I think the exhaust on this car is like a 2.5 at least. I think it's got 3-inch mufflers in it right now. I necked it down because I knew how loud these would be, and I did it specifically for noise because there is a decibel limit at the track. No one really enforces it, but no one's really been that obnoxious. Let's try not to be that obnoxious. Let's not give them a reason to start thinking about it. So I bought 2 of these, 1 for each side. With that, let's look around at the car and check out a couple things, and we'll see what all we gotta do to get this thing going, and maybe we'll even get started today. If not, it'll be first thing in the morning for me, be exactly like this for you. Brakes is a big problem. We're gonna have to fix that because that's just bad. Inside here, water temp gauge does not work. I have no idea how hot I was running, but it was hot. I'm going to see if I can get the camera under it to show you. But maybe you could see the sway bar. And you'll notice it's bent where the arm is bent. I got to fix that. Which lastly takes me around to the front of the turd. I love it. It takes you to the track and they're like, I can't open this. Yeah. And you see, it used to be like that. Now it's like that. So this needs fixing. You actually see where as it was working, it was denting things up. I got the same thing on this side. This one, I kind of straightened out already, but it still looks like garbage. What we're going to do is we're going to reposition these, and then we're going to weld in a piece of that box plate on either side, and that ought to hold this down, or maybe at least I'll cut it, and then I'll actually run a piece here to, I guess the camera's got to see. So I actually want to rebend these, set them up, and then weld a piece here to here, and then maybe another one here to here, and that'll keep all that twistifying from happening, all them issues from popping up. It's got oil pressure. Has it still got oil in it? Yeah, and it's not milkshaked. Huzzah! Okay, so even if we overheated, we didn't blow our what's supposed to be cop level head gaskets. So that's it. That's it. That's what's going on. That's what I got to fix. It's really not a big list if you get down to what we did last time. Didn't seem like a big list, but it was a lot of labor. This isn't nearly as much. Bushings might be a little fun. They never want to come out. But either way, that's what we have to do. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning in the shop, and then we're going to look at getting this going. I just got finished an engine rebuild for a buddy of mine, and it was pretty intensive. It wasn't supposed to be, and it turned out it was. I just delivered the thing yesterday. I haven't had time to clean the shop. It's very nasty in here. Cluttered with a million tools, all in the wrong places. Sweep. 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 Let me see. Oh, and I'm down. There we go. Just jack it up right here. You know, I need to apologize in advance to all you guys for how bad the audio was last time. I tried another recording thing and, well, it just didn't work. So you have my apologies for that. Yeah, but I'm trying out this new set of mics. I don't know how they're going to do in ultra loud environments. They have a setting that's supposed to help. Yeah, that should be a lot freer than that. I'm also worried this might have eaten the bearings. A lot of flex in this car. Oh, sorry about the camera angles in the last video. I was new to trying to do that many cameras. I only had 2 or 3 hours of sleep. I don't have anyone to help. It's just me. It was a bit subpar. But I'm going to try to do better this time. But it seems like some of you guys enjoyed it. There we go. Let's get the camera in here closer so you can be with me while we're doing this. And we're going to take that caliper off. Make sure our bearings are okay in the wheel. Might just go ahead and put new calipers on it. Alright, I looked at the time. I don't think I have time to do the bushings right now. I'm just going to have to save that for tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do the bushings, the weld, and maybe the front sway bar. That'll be a whole day, and it'll be one more day of the last fix-it bits. See what we can get done. But right now, I think I'm going to put this wheel on, jack the car up even further, put some stands under it, and then I need to get in there because my throttle is sticking. If you plant your foot all the way to the floor and just bump it up into second, or bump it up into third, that throttle sticks to the floor and you got to jiggle the shifter while it's still accelerating and there's a stopped car right in front of you. It ain't good. And I think I know what's doing it, but I need to get under the car, make it happen, and then look through my assorted parts. So it's got like a slapstick type deal in it. If you don't know what a slapstick is, really cool. These BMM shifters are really good ideas of them. Got an automatic 3 or 4 speed. Pull it all the way back to go into the next gear up, smack it. Want to do it again? Smack it. But you can't just yank it down, you gotta step it. And that's to keep you from missing a gear or going too far. So an issue I have right now, I'm going to see if I can get it to repeat. I might be able to. Throttle down. Yep, right there. My throttle is stuck, wide open. There you go. Go up to neutral, it comes back. Aha, same thing for downshifting. Throttle down, first, second, yep, we're stuck. Third, we're still stuck. Neutral, it comes back. Okay, so that tells me what I gotta do. Well, I done did figure it out. Check it. Alright, so what I got, if I get my hand in there to help show you. Get my hand in here. This piece right here. See how it's hitting this arm here? I think this is the kick down, and this is the actual shift lever. So I think what's going on is whenever you are on the throttle and you go to shift, these two pieces, they rub together and they stay that way. If you look at the way this arm is connected, I can't get the camera in there at a good enough angle to show you, but I can tell you just from staring at her. Looks like it's supposed to go on this side, up here. So I think when Uncle Rob pulled the transmission to do the shift kit in it, he accidentally put this on upside down. Seems like that's what happened. I think there's supposed to be a cotter pin here. It's not there as well. Yeah, ain't there neither. I'm going to get up there and work it a little bit, see if for sure that's what's going on, and if it is, I'm just going to separate these two, put it on this end with the cotter pin on both them pieces, and I think my sticky throttle will be solved. So let's try this. We're going to bump her into neutral. Right now my throttle is still stuck. Throttle came back. Throttle and kick down. Third, second, first. So first, second, third, neutral. Third, second, first, throttle down, first, stuck, second, stuck, third, stuck, neutral. I don't know if I can get in there with the camera. Huh. Gotta tighten it. I don't even line up right now. There we go. I got that in. That one's in. I'm gonna go get me my cotter pins. Believe it or not, I'm actually looking at my phone recording so I can see what I'm doing, because I can't see otherwise. Does that make me a doctor? The doctor did that when he fixed my heart. Does this make me a doctor now? I think I got it fixed, boys. First, second, third, neutral. And that's supposed to be park. All right, everybody, today is day 2 out of the 3 that I got for track cross. More like 2 days, 1 partial afternoon. We've already used the afternoon. Today's the big day. Today's the day we're doing the bushings. Today's the day we're doing our sway bar fixes if we can. With that, I got a whole lot of time to waste, so we're just gonna set the cameras up and start working. Alright, got our new bushings in. We got, I don't know, some sort of alignment in it. It's crap. That's okay. Right now we're just kind of putting it together. We're going to get it on the ground and then we'll set that alignment later. Basically just trying to get the wheels fairly straight and have little to no toe. That's the only goal right now. We'll see where we get with all that. But right now we're going to work on these sway bar links and how bad they are. Because boy is that messed up. And we re-welded the one on that side as you saw. So after many hours of consideration, it's in 3 minutes. And using my, well, in-depth years of experience, powers of observation, and mental sense of forethought, I thought a triangle piece right here would be okay. Something like that. Just weld that in there and I don't know, we'll see if it works. Alright guys, third and final day. This is all I got. I have to work tomorrow morning, like early, and I have a late shift, and then I got to race this the next day. So all I got is today. I think where we're at, sway bars is reinforced as I'm going to be able to get it this round. This back sway bar can wait. I don't like doing that. But it's twisted in a way that it's bound up and it's not moving. So I'm just going to let it cook. That'll be fine. We do need to go get a new water temp gauge, especially since it's really hot out. A lot hotter than our last event, so I'm kind of worried about the engine getting too warm because it makes a lot of heat. If I have time, I'm going to remove the front banners and do some lettering. We'll see. Also got some things I want to do to the back for lettering, but that might have to wait as well. And the exhaust pipes. Notice it's hanging. Phone died yesterday. Ran out of camera storage. You know, all the stuff happened. I wasn't able to keep going, but I did keep working. I didn't do a whole lot. Let me show you what I got going on. I have our bullet mufflers here. I have cut these bits. This is the pipe that's currently on the car. This is a 2-inch. See how it... Yeah, see how that fits? Fits real loose, which is good because that means I can do some stuff I got to do. But that fits in there. And these bullet mufflers are actually directional. See if I can't get some light in here for you to see. See, that's the back side of the nubs. You can see the holes. Yeah, you want the exhaust gases flowing towards the holes. That's how these things work. You install them the other way, don't do anything. So they are directional. In, out. This goes on my outside. That makes up the space between the pipes. And today's going to be cleaning all this up and welding it all together. And once that's done, I think we put this thing on the ground and we check out our alignment. All right, box is hooked back up. Got a rough alignment in the front. I got it set almost to 0, just touch toe in. Only thing I don't like. Yeah, I got that wrong. And I was welding it back together. I didn't get that up where it should have been, and now it looks like that. So I guess I got to cut and reposition part of the pipe somehow, some way. Probably up at the front where the welding wasn't all that good to begin with. But that's not going to stop us from doing at least like a 5-minute test drive. So just hook the MSD back up. Yeah. I'm going to put the battery back in it and start it up and see what this thing sounds like. That's so unnecessary. It's just a small block. Oh, that's unnecessary. Something's off with the steering. It wants to lurch randomly. Oh, brakes work good. I gotta figure that steering out. That's dangerous. Yeah, I gotta find out what's moving. Well, that didn't take long to figure out. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. Show you what's going on. Alright, the wheel is locked. So the steering wheel is in a locked position, so it shouldn't be able to move. It should have just a bare hair of play that I know about in the thing. It's not a problem. Well, that's not good. And look what's moving. Get you in here. Right there. See that idler arm? Yeah. That's how much play I got, which is none, till that arm lifts and falls. So I guess now I got to get under there, figure out why in the world it's doing that. It feels like it went straight other than whatever the heck that is. Give me a few minutes to get down there and take it off. Alright, here's what's going on. This tie rod is pulled by this center beam that runs over to the steering box. This idler arm sits in the middle, and it gives it another support point. You remember, we just replaced this. That's supposed to be tight, like an actual ball joint. That's that's where all my play is. So now I got to figure out what I'm doing about this. Because I don't know too much stuff that's going to work other than just replacing it. Call around, see if I can find someone that has one. And if no one has one, then I guess I got to figure out something else to do with it. Alright. I can get one, but it's expensive. Unnecessarily. I'm not paying $50 for a $10 part. But the $10 part is also, 4 days away, and I have to race another day or two. So, we're going to go to Plan B, and we're just going to weld it. I mean, why not? We'll try to do it without getting the ball joint end here hot. You get this hot and it deteriorates this thing, and this thing's pretty solid. I mean, it is as it should be. Ball joints are always real tight. I look down in here, I can see nylon. Yeah, a nylon bushing in a 4,000-pound race car. That's a dumb idea. Alright, let's get this done. Lastly, these little washers. Probably wondering why. Inside, I'll tell you. Because this is going against a flat piece of sheet metal that cups it on either side. And what we don't want is to have a single isolated point twisting in that, because that'll actually wear a hole in it rather quick. So by putting a bigger plate, we're going to span out our area, and this will survive this event and until I can get a new arm in. So that's why I'm doing it. So what we're going to do is we're going to weld this together now, grind it flat, and then this washer becomes a permanent feature. It'll help spread out the area that it's on. Help reduce wear a little bit. We'll put some grease on either end of it just to help. But ultimately, this is not a good fix, but it's what I got to do. It's what's going to work. Let's see about getting where it goes. Hot, hot, hot. Damn, that's hot. Why is that so hot? Like someone was welding. It's hotter than my headers were. What I'm going to do is take a brake caliper grease here, because it's high temp, so it stays under a lot of conditions. And this being so close to the engine, I don't want to overheat something. I'm going to move that over and grease with a lot of grease inside of this. This is not a permanent fix, guys. I don't know how long it's going to last. But let's just say, don't do this at home. It's got 10 times the amount of grease it needs. We'll do the same to this bottom piece. By greasing it, we're going to help with the wear as well. Think of it like the fifth wheel of a truck. It's kind of the same thing. Under a lot less load. But the principle is the same, two large flat plates with a lubricant in between. It's in. I got 0 up and down movement now. So I think my next bit of play is actually in the physical box. At least that's what it acts like. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to turn the key, work it left and right, and see when it activates the pivot arm. If I have to, I can make an adjustment right there, but I don't want to make it too tight because what'll happen is you make it too tight, and what it'll have to do is it'll have a tight spot. It'll be good in one spot and tight everywhere else, and that's just bad. I'm beginning to sense this has got a lot of problems that's going to take a while to solve, and I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. Fits on there, and I feel like it's not where it should be. All right, ready, tighty, lefty, loosey, I think. Oh, okay, that works. It's free. Now that should be our adjustment for the worm gear. So now I need a whatever Allen key that is. Please be one that I have. No, we're not happy about it. We know the 16 fits. All right, try again. Steering gear mystery take 3. So, yeah. Test drive. Went okay. Kind of. It's better. It's not great. And I ran out of gas. 40 feet from the shop. Oh, I knew I should have gotten fuel at the gas station. Oh, well. I think I got some in a can. If not, I guess I got to go get some. It's not gonna hurt it where it's sitting, and not like there's much of a choice. Let's get some fuel. All right, took the truck. Luckily, the gas station's only a mile down the road. Well, mile and a half. $87. Only the best for the Flying Turd. Keep my fuel cheap. All right. Back to the turd. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Shoot up, up, doop, shaboom. Life could be a dream. Shaboom, I'll take you off of paradise above. Shaboom, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, ding dong, shalangana, langana, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. Shaboo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Show you how empty this was. Give. There we go. Ain't nothing in there. I mean, that's proper empty is what that is. These gas cans suck. So I always break the insides, but I leave the valve in them. So that way you can open and keep it open. And then I found these little guys. These little Schrader valves that open up. Got a nice little rubber safe cap on them. Just like the cans way back in the day with the pop lid. Yeah, you can have them again. If I ever get an Amazon affiliate link setup going like I'm trying to, I will be listing products like that. Look at that nice, strong, consistent flow. Put this back on. There we go. Yeah, you can see it from here. That's out. Let's just leave it where it sits and try adjusting the toe because it doesn't look like the wheel's doing this. Looks like it's right where I left it. I left both of them just a hair of inner camber. I did it only by adjusting the one caster to walk the wheel. It's a geometry thing. We're trying to get better turn in. Yeah, let's just try this one side, see what happens out of it. My tools are all scattered. Mostly because I let them. I don't have a real reason outside of, well, when I'm busy, I get scatterbrained and just go where I need to do something. My brain goes, we can always clean up later. That task has to be done now. Does that count as ADHD? I think we're getting close, guys. All right, that's it. Tonight's the night before the race. I did get the steering figured out. So if you recall, or maybe I just sped through it and we didn't show it, the bushings have these washer ends that go on there. Well, I couldn't get the washer ends to fit in the control arm housings with the bushings, and I was like, screw it, it'd be fine. It wasn't fine, it needed them. What I ended up doing is pulling the control arms back off, cutting the excess rubber off of the bushings with a razor blade, and then pressing the pieces together until they fit. And then I actually had to physically widen the ears on the car, by using suggestive blunt force. And once all that was done, I could actually put it together, tighten it up. I took it for like a 3-mile ride last night. It held alignment. So as it sits, we're good. We're good. Last things we're going to do, I'm going to fix that tachometer. And I'm going to put a new water temp sensor in it because that one's gone bad. And I will also put a different belt. I have another one right here. Put another belt on the timing cover for the alternator and water pump because that one screams and I'm out of adjustment. Other than that, it's loaded on the trailer and take it out. Really not happy with how low that exhaust is hanging, but I'm out of time. So it is what it's going to be, and I'm just going to run it like this. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at the track.